where we're starting. Game of Thrones Tarot. Past life. I need the archetypes first. This is Althea, Clarity, and the Mirror. Ooh. Okay. The Cave. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Okay, whatever. All right, you're getting what you're getting. What I'm getting is Clarity in the Mirror, the Cave, and the Riddle. It seems like as much as you're a player in this life, you were like pretty much spiritual leader, priest, teacher in a former life. Like, talk about flip.
What cards are those?
This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. It's not quite tarot. It's different than tarot. But all right. Yeah. Spiritual wise man type of thing going on. That's the conundrum. A little bit of dazed and confused, taking your journey on your own, but a little bit of dazed and confused, doing something early on in life that led you away from where you were. There was celebration of the family and friends when you did this. Big time celebration of family and friends. I think they thought that that was security. I think they thought that was good for you. But you hadn't been wild enough yet. You hadn't sold your wild oats. You hadn't, done a lot of living yet or experienced enough experience. You were a hard worker and you were kind of a meal ticket for somebody back then. So the fact that you would be the priest or the person that was the spiritual leader, whatever, it's like a role that you got put into. Almost like a priest that takes his vows too early. And I'm not Catholic or anything, so what do I know? But yeah, it was too early. It's like you had fights to do, battles to do, fighting yet to do. You didn't get to do it. And you got assigned all this hermit shit, which there's a cave right there. The conundrum is you didn't really want that. You fulfilled an obligation. Okay, goody for you. And you actually had some spiritual wisdom, which was smart. It's like you would perform a lot of ceremonies, a lot of ceremonies, a lot of ceremonies. You were blind to the options and the choices that you got to make because you hadn't had... What is that? It's the Adele song that's recently out that she's too young. Take It Easy on Me. That kind of song, that kind of lyric. It's like you had that at your youth. You made choices that you didn't even know that you had other options when you were young. And they were hard to live with choices. I don't think you much liked it. I think you would have preferred a life where you could travel, adventure more, be wilder, be rougher. Yeah, you took what was offered to you, you made the decision, made the choice. I think it benefited the family somehow. I think they saw you also as somebody that could be like in an advisory capacity or a place of status that was elevated a little bit up high, elevated and could give wisdom. You were like You know how people used to think that the king was chosen by God and so the priest had huge influence with the king? It was kind of that kind of setup. Because of your position in the priesthood or in the spiritual realm, whatever that was, for where you were at, you had influence and sway over some of the community bigwigs, leaders, whatever you want to call them.
I was an Egyptian. One of my recurring dreams, I was standing on a terrace.
Maybe like Pharaoh advisor. This could be a different life altogether, though. It's not like we just have one past life, honey. Yeah, this trapped feeling when you wanted to fight. You would have liked to be out doing more. And you were stationed in more of a spiritual advisor position. You had the wisdom to do it, but you just didn't feel like you got to have your own life. You feel like you had to live somebody else's assignment. I think you would have liked the life of the normal person. Here we see the Two of Cups, and this is like you would have liked to settle down, maybe have a family, be a married person, be a little more anonymous, be rowdy, be anonymous, be one of the regulars. But instead you weren't. It was all like, you need to do this. This is what you get to do. It's dropped on you. There was definitely a missed opportunity in love that made you very, very sad. And I don't know what the spiritual rules were as far as morality police or whatever. Just because I use a reference that might be a Catholic and king reference doesn't mean that it couldn't have been pharaohs or some other kind of spiritual cultures. I just know your role was spiritual leader and it interfered. You didn't get to be with the one that you loved. You didn't get to sow your wild oats. You didn't get to be a rowdy young man, go and do things, you didn't get to do that. The one you loved married somebody else and it caused you great pain. And she felt more like locked up than you. It's not so much that you were star-crossed or whatever, but neither of you had what you wanted and you both wanted each other. But this particular lifetime, you didn't get to have that. It's almost like she had to wait. And because she had to wait for you, and because that you were not on the table as an option, then this person was married off to someone else. And she is your person. She would come back life after life. She would come back life after life. You would, I don't know if you came back in the same genders, in different genders, it doesn't even matter. This person is strong in the field here. I want to see. You wanted to just be Joe Ordinary and Josephine Ordinary. You had to wait, live it upside down, causes anxiety and stress. You wanted to offer. It was like you wanted to offer, but you had already had to be offered up whatever it was as this other leader. It's like there were restrictions. This is like more like the knightly courtly love that's unrequited. Is what I'm getting. Page of Cups, yeah. The roles will flip around and the lovers are there. The roles will flip and the roles will flip and the roles will flip. It's unrequited. Back in the day, unrequited is unconsummated, no knocking boots. But loving from a distance, that kind of thing, sending signals. Like the language of flowers would have been known to you. Absolutely. This round is where it was ended. In this world, it ended on the space of you actually being in a position that had more power, but wanting to steal away from it, wanting to leave. I don't know if the sabotage was anything that was acted upon. Right now, it's clearly in the thinking. I don't know if you actually acted on it or not in that life. The sabotage would have been like jumping ship and saying, "Fuck y'all, we're going." Taking your Romeo and Juliet moment. I don't think you did, though. Whoa. I think you had plans and something came up and intervened. Whew. Yikes. Where is that other deck? Let me look before I say.
Right language is still there.
This one concerns me. The plan was there. You were close to positions of power, and I don't think they wanted to do without you, frankly. I think they would be happier to do without her. If you get what I'm saying. That's what I think happened in this. I think they kept her away, kept her at bay, kept you guys apart. And not all the time, but enough of the time. And you guys were ready to be done with this. You were older, wiser, ready to go, You were ready to go. You had gotten older, you were ready to go, and instead, she died unnaturally. You still held out hope for the gift, for the happy ever after. You still held out hope. I think that I think it was a while after you had this plan before you knew of what had happened. And I think it's part of the reason you'll cross paths over and over. Yeah. You'll cross time over and over and over again. The magician's in the house. Magician you had in your regular read, but the magician is here in much the same way. You have the star, you have the magician, you have the ability to maneuver a situation, the ability, the charm. But you're walking through time here now. Stresses you out. You don't want to have the same thing happen. This one really, this person, and I'm saying she here, but this person could be a she here and a he the next life. Gender is very fluid, but this person, this mate, this soulmate type thing, hugely so. You're worried about it getting taken from you again, so you don't commit. You get very non-committal. That's why you're a player. Sorry. That came out ruder than intended, but it is. It's what I see here. Yeah. Take it slow down, take it easy. If you want to get untangled, if you want to get cut down from this obligation, from this part that feels like you're going to always get stuck over and over, if you want to let go of this anxiety, you need to take it slower. You're prepared, you're ready. You could break this cycle. How many times around have you guys gone?
That's spot on.
Again, the spiritual leader comes out. Hierophant man. How many times have you gone? How many times have you gone on? I'm getting 4. 4 significant. I don't think you guys have only had 4 lives together. I think you guys have had this set up 4 times before now. I think you've had many lives together. Is that right? Is that accurate? Yeah, that's more than accurate. Yeah. 4. 4 of Cups, the card of refusal, the card of not being able to have what's being offered. not seeing what's being offered. I think you had 4 lifetimes before these. You've had 4 lifetimes with this particular situation. You've had 4 previous to this as well. I don't think you were in the role of lovers in those particular times. I think in these recent ones, you wanted to be together. And in this one that we were reading, was very unrequited, like never consummated, but the love was still there and known.
Looks like I'm
Poor
going
things.
to Utah.
What?
It looks like I'm going to Utah.
I don't know. The gift is here. The gift is still here. Where was that before? Let me look and find. Where did it come before? You have to make yourself a plan that's stealthy and strategic to get the gift, to get the wish, to get the fulfillment. You'll have to be able to be committed to it. Take it slow and be committed to it. Because if you're not, you're just going to recycle the lesson. I mean, really. Oh. Well, we have the High Priestess, and she's meeting the Hierophant somewhere in here. I don't know where that one went. There's the Lovers, but the Hierophant came out, as did the Empress. There's the Hierophant there. It's like the established wisdom and spiritual growth and way of doing, and the inner mystery spiritual growth and way of doing. These lessons finally meet up. They finally meet up. The Empress. In a year with a 3. Right? Yeah, the gift is coming. The Queen of Wands will be seen. No more is she behind the brick wall. Queen of Wands will be seen. Finally. That's what I'm getting. And it will be in a time where there's like the gift will be given. In a year with a 3. This could be in 2023, middle of 2023. But that's a lot of guesswork and speculation on my end. But it says, year with a 3, a creative 3 is coming. You have the High Priest and the High Priestess coming together, and the Empress is like, boom. Booming out there with the Magician. That's when the magic happens, in a 3. In a 3. 3 of Pentacles comes up, yeah. And I don't know if it's in a 3 as in 2023, or is in a 3 as in the age of 33. 3 times around, third 3. I don't know what that's about. Anything else that I can tell them? Ace of Cups. Big love, big gift of love offered. This was something that would be, even if you fucked it up 50 bajillion times, you would keep with this. This is big love. This is big commitment, big contracts here. It's the riddle that you get to keep untangling. It's the riddle and the knot that will tie again and untangle and tie again and untangle. It's like a trick rope. And you guys are the magicians.
3 reps, one of them.
You'll know better than I on this. This is where we stop. The trick rope, the tying and untying, and the tying and untying. It's going to be how it's mirrored life after life after life. And there will be clarity as you go through. I mean, it's not like any of us have this lesson and then boom, all done, all finished. We stop growing, we stop learning. No. But this is where this particular reading ends in this manner. That's the story of what it's been, where it's going, how it will continue going. I don't see a time where you don't find each other. You will work around in many, many ways. It's the gift. It's the tying and untying of these knots here, and it's in here. It's the riddle. That's what I've got. That's complete. The riddle and the knot, and the riddle and the knot will go over and over it again. Boom, boom, boom.
I already have.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That was a little bit tricky, man. Wow.
Okie doke.
Yeah. Yeah. You will have done multiple lives with this person, and you will do multiple more. Yeah. That's what I got.